What's up, guys? I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I'm doing my review on the Mcfarlane Mortal Kombat Classics Ermac. When they announced this guy, I thought it was a little weird because I'm like, he was definitely not an MK2 and he's not an MK1, because this mask is sort of inaccurate. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys the box art here. While not exactly, that mask, let's say Sub-Zero and Scorpion, it's not exactly that mask, so it's close to it, but it's not. Now, my original reason for picking this guy up, and I was going to pick up the other four ninjas, was I was going to take him apart, and I was going to make him and Sub-Zero and Scorpion and Reptile, put him on the Jada Long, but I sort of changed my mind, and I'm going to explain why. The thing is, I'll say this overcoat kind of kills the design, because it gives him a belly, right? But it's mainly because of the fact that the stomach is sort of like that, but it's also glued down. Which, of course, the Storm Collectibles wasn't really done like that. They were connected to the crotch area. Even then, that's not the case. But I just want to explain, like, a couple things, right? Are these figures justified for the price tag? No. Do I think these figures could be better? Yeah. In terms of accessories and stuff like that. He only comes with 2 open palm hands, and I kind of wish that wasn't, I mean, barely even. I don't even really know what to call these. These are like cusp hands or whatever. Like his telekinetic powers would have been cool to just give him that and then call it a day. But I'm gonna go over the articulation, and then I'm gonna explain more on this figure. He can go all the way around. Of course, it gets stopped by this overlay. Solid double jointed elbows, but they are chopped and look a little ugly. The wrist is on a hinge, a ball hinge, not ball hinge, like a, I'm gonna call it, well, it is a peg, yeah, a peg hinge, whatever the heck. Double jointed legs that, or, yeah, double jointed knees work really well, and they rotate at the knees, which is what they did with the MK11 Sub-Zero. Ankle pivot is there. You can go side to side, and he could go down. The feet are actually really good. I actually like how the feet kind of go smooth. But I don't have a lot of gripes with the figure. I think it's just the scale and this overlay making him look a little fat. And on top of that too, it's not entirely accurate, because this is more like MK11. I was gonna say Sub-Zero and Ermac, or the MK1 from the game of Mortal Kombat 1. But these figures, like I said, they're not bad. It's just the way they're done is very bad. I don't know what's going on with Mcfarlane Toys, and they're anything, honestly speaking. The DC figures, they've been priced fairly well, but some of them have been coming with less. They had this Atrocitus figure with another figure and the Deck Star, and it came with like a couple heads, and they were charging $240 for that. I think I seen it on like Reddit, and I was like, that's insane. I'm hoping, because of the DC line going out, that he goes back into some of the game stuff, because I do want him to go back and make some Doom 2016 figures and Doom Eternal. I want him to make, as much Mortal Kombat as he can. I would love to see a Kentaro and Goro, honestly speaking. I want to see him do that. A Goro, Kentaro, Motaro. He did Shao Kahn, but I want a classic Shao Kahn, and make him like buffered. Like, don't chip out and stuff like that. Because I don't know, his DC figures is really good. These ones, Mcfarlane's really hit or miss. I think the thing is that if it wasn't for this, if it was 6-inch scale, I feel like people would appreciate them more. And I think that's what's turning people off by Mcfarlane sometimes. It's just the scale. But other than that, do I think this is a bad figure? Here it is next to Ash. No. Do I think it's like the best thing? No, but I think it's a very good, decent figure. I don't think it should be $29.99 with the amount of stuff it comes with, but I appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate Todd because he at least does add shading. He does, you know, he goes for style over articulation, sculpt over articulation, and I mean, he could pump out as many different ninjas. I know there's a noob, then I'm fine with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review. I would say if you want this guy, you could definitely pick him up for some custom fodder and like make a 6-inch Ermac, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, you know, the ninjas. If you don't want these guys, it's okay to pass on them, but I am hoping, like I said, make the boss characters. Make Goro, make Kentaro, make Motaro. I'm actually okay if he even did Deception figures. That's just me though. But I'll see you on the next one. Peace.